Hi all, Fox here. I haven't done a video for a while and I've been messing around on the Diablo 3 PTR 2.3 patch server, and I just thought, why not? I've got a bit of time. I'll just do a brief video on the upcoming changes, which I'm quite excited for. It's been nice that Blizzard are still supporting this and putting a lot more in and what have you. I'll just show you some of the changes here. So first, and the obvious big thing which a lot of people will have seen, is Kanai's cube, which we can see here from Diablo 2, the Herodric cube. People will remember that, I'm quite sure, and how it could be used. Now I remember originally Blizzard saying, well, in 3 you've got the artisans, the blacksmith, the jeweler, etc. So that kind of replaces it, but didn't do a great job of it. I mean, they serve the purpose, don't get me wrong. And let's not go back and think about Diablo 3 vanilla, if you will. We're in a very different and much better place now. I think a lot of people will agree. That aside, let's have a look at Kanai's cube. The first thing you'd need to do when you're getting this is, if we just go to the map and to area Act 3, there's a new area they put in the Bounties and Adventure mode called the Ruins of SESCHERON. SESCHERON, is that how you pronounce it? Which is about Seat of the Barbarians, basically. A brand new area, new tile set. It's actually very nice. Really fits. It's actually, just from playing it on the PTR, one of my favourite levels already, or one of my favourite tile sets. It really does. I'll show it in a bit, actually. It really does just feel very Diablo. Excellent level. So you'll get a brief quest from Zoltan Cool here, or the ghost of Zoltan, who seems to be quite forgiving the fact that, spoilers, that you kill him in the main quest line. He doesn't seem to be that bothered. And once you've got hold of it, it's pretty easy. You just go through the level, fight a few mobs, obviously. The cube will appear in town. So let's have a look at the cube. What does the cube do? Well, quite simply, one of its primary functions, I suppose, and one that most people will be quite excited about, is it extracts legendary powers, as we can see here. What you need to do when extracting a legendary power, say I wanted, you can see here I've got Tasker and Theo, is you'll need a pair of Tasker and Theos, and they will get destroyed in the process. What you can do is basically extract the legendary power, in this case increasing the speed of your pets by 50%. And apply it to your character, whatever character you wish, as a passive without wearing those gloves. So you can do that for one piece of armour, legendary armour that is listed within the accepted parameters. You can't take set item affixes, by the way. One piece of jewellery, so that's either a neck piece or a ring, and one offhand or weapon. Can't have both, so weapon and offhand share the same spot. Now, don't get caught up on what I've got here. I've just been pissing about with a young character, if you like. I've not put much time into this one. I just copied them over to the PTR, and he's just a hardcore crusader from one of the seasons. So really, don't get hung up on his moves or his gear, because it is absolute shit. I didn't spend much time with him at all. So, as you can see, that opens up quite a lot of what you can do. Now, how do you go about this? Because it's not just as simple as throwing in the item. You will need, and some of you might recognise these icons from back in the day when they first released Reaper of Souls, I believe, and you needed extra bits to make legendary items. Well, these are kind of back, but they might be called different things. Some of the graphics are exactly the same. Where do you get these? You get these from Bounty, and you can see from Bounties, and you can see there the Chaldeum Nightshade is obtained from the Act 2 Herodric caches. Alright, so we've added a new level of customization with the cube, and being able to strip off and give yourself a extra legendary power, excuse me. I've also given something that people have been asking for a while, is giving a point to bounties again, because apart from the Act 1 bounties, when people were after a Royal Ring of Grandeur, there wasn't really, nobody bothered with the other ones because they were just a pain in the arse, quite frankly. So that's quite cool. Of course, if you still don't like doing bounties, you're not going to enjoy doing them now. But they have put a few things in that I do like, that I enjoy this time. For example, we can see here, Act 3's got the bonus on it at the moment. Now, if you do the bonus one, the bonus bounties, all 5 of them within that act, you will actually get a bonus cache, which will have more of those crafting materials in that you need to do use with the cube. So that's quite good. And when you've completed, say, Act 3 bonus, the bonus will actually move to another act, so you can kind of do them in an order if you want, which is quite good. So you can end up with 5 bonus ones basically, and legendaries do still pop out of them as well as other materials and gold, and I believe blood shards as well. So that's another nice change. Another one that I do quite like, and it makes fighting the bosses a bit more pertinent, which I'll show you now. We'll go and kill Gom. So we'll just cut to that. Okay. So here we are at Gom, and he's actually a bounty target. We're only on Torment 1, so that's what I'm saying. Oh, there he is done. The reason I'm getting the achievements there is because it's PTR, so you come in to end up getting them. But you'll notice when he dies, if it's a bounty target, a boss bounty target, it spawns a diabolic horde, a big chest, which is nice as well in itself. We're full of all sorts of goodies. Don't get yourself overexcited. We've got the buff here that gives us 2,000% more legendaries, and that's why we just got an absolute shed load out of there. So that's why that is. But maybe hopefully in a live one you'll get a decent chance, perhaps, of getting something nice out of those. So yeah, another nice little addition, change. Just the little things like that they keep putting in. I'm really digging at the moment. So as per usual, when you've finished all your bounties, you'll go back to Tyrael, and he'll give you a reward. And as we can see, he has given me a Herodric cache, and he's given me a bonus one because that was the bonus stage. And we pop all this out, and we can see we get the War Tapestry because that is the Act 3. Basically, the Act 3 bonus. So you've got all those as well, so that's very nice. So off the back of that, just to note now, we can see the bonus has now shifted to Act 4, the High Heavens here. So if we were to go and do all these, then we would get another bonus cache. So it's better to do it in that order, obviously. The other thing you'll note as well, a good change, is the little arrow will tell you where your objectives are. It's gone from 5 minutes to 1 minute now. So if you're just running around looking for the entrance or somewhere, it should tell you pretty quick, which that was a pain in the arse before. So yeah, another nice little change. Another one of note while we're here is the rifts. Now, like, you don't have to do, for Greater Rift, you don't have to do the Realm of Trials, I believe it was called, if I'm not mistaken, where you would basically go in, hit wave after wave until eventually you couldn't do any further. You got overwhelmed by the power of the enemies, and it would give you a key based on your performance, so say a level 30 key, which would use there. Now, when you've done them, and I've only done a few on this guy, he's hardcore character, so I've been a bit careful. It doesn't matter, it's PTR, I couldn't really give a shit, although it would make doing this video a bit annoying if he died beforehand. So you can see it also tells you what torment level it's kind of likened to, and also how you can just select any of these that you've done previously. So that's another thing. So no more Realm of Trials, because people wanted rid of that because, quite frankly, it was just a boring pain in the ass. You do still need the Greater Rift Keystones to do them, and they do still drop from normal Nephilim Rifts bosses. From the PTR, when I've had a quick go, I've found, you know, just being pretty decent drop rates even on Torment 1, which I'm on here for the purposes of this video, and that this character's a bit shite, to be honest. I would estimate now we could probably do Torment 4 around about there. So one last couple of things before we wrap up the video. The other one is there are more than, it's not just, I mean, that's the main thing for me, is extracting the runic, the legendary powers. Excellent stuff. A lot more customization, so you can actually see it in your details of your character as well as there. You can see I've got the Blessed Hammer 250% because I was pissing about with the Blessed Hammer build, which isn't going too well. Tasker and Theo because I've got the Phalanx basically constantly up from the Eternal Union and unrelenting Phalanx shield combo, and I've just got like the Convention of Elements as my jewelry because why not? It's just an awesome ring, and really can boost your damage output here and there. We'll just have a quick look at what else it can do. You can reforge a legendary, so it just literally as if it's dropped again, but it's very expensive. It's 5 each, and it's 50 of like the items, crafting items you get from bounties. and 50 Forgotten Souls. In the PTR they've been dropping like no end, because you just, as you can see, you get ridiculous amount of legendaries as well. What else do we have in here? So you can upgrade a rare item as well, as you can see. It's quite a lot of, it's just a sink, isn't it, for people who've got a hell of a lot of materials. You can convert a set item to another one if you wish. You can see that there. You can remove the level requirement from an item. Yeah, I can see why you might do, but for consider a rank 25 plus gem of ease, I'm not 100% sure you'd be that arsed about doing that one, but the option's there. Darkness of Radamant, so you can convert gems. You can buy these little materials here from Squirt, the peddler, in Act 2, the little girl there. So you just go and get them from her, they don't drop, you just go and buy them off her, so that's fair enough. And you can convert crafting materials from other ones to you know, if you're obviously heavy with a certain type, you can convert them. There are other recipes in the PTR at the moment. One is if you put the puzzle ring in, it will open the portal to the Goblin Realm, the vault. So if you've got any puzzle rings, keep hold of them. Having said that, that might be different in live. You only have to put the puzzle ring in by itself and transmute. It needs nothing else. Who knows if they might change that? That seems a bit easy to me, because I've had no end of those things. And the bovine barricade as well does the same, apart from you know, you just put it in by itself. And it takes you to not the cow level, which you may have seen before. I'll nip in quickly for the sake of the video for those who haven't seen it. And it is literally just cows. So not the cow level. You see there. Okay. So, and it's full of chests and stuff, and tons of gold. So if you find them, at least it's good for something, because quite frankly, it's a really shit pearl. Just before I sign off the video now, I think I've capped over everything I kind of wanted to. I'm just going to show you the ruins of SESCHERON, or whatever it's called, quickly, because I really like it. So there you are, like I say, Act 3, top right, there it is, extra in the exploration adventure mode, I'm hastened to add. And it has its own little like kind of story going on, what have you, which is pretty cool. And it does kind of make me think, you know, is something leading up to an expansion here? Really nice of them to put in. Was it something they wanted to put in before and they didn't know how to? It's got its own lore, you would have seen that there had I not already picked them up. And now there's absolutely no monsters now on but like basically it's got yetis, glacier monsters, it's got events, you do get, I do believe you do get bounties here as well to do the events. It had a little like side story as well that had like, that involved some barbarians cleansing the place of like the corrupt, almost undead barbarians. Very, very cool. Nice looking level. You won't be able to hear it on this video because you've got the sound levels turned down. The music is really nice as well. I don't know where they're keeping that. The light to dark transitions are also absolutely amazing. I just really like it. It fits in perfectly with the lore, and the monsters are pretty cool as well. It's got those weird rat creatures we don't know. That's disgusting. You feel a bit sick. So check it out. It's in PTR now. If you want to check it out, good luck getting through the queues. I'll be doing it in the middle of the weekday. And it seems totally fine. I've only had 10-second queues and stuff, even when it said like a couple of hours. I've left it for a minute and it's just put me in. Probably longer queues on the actual seasonal. I'm just going into normal hardcore about this exploration just to show you this video and just to get in basically. I'm not sure when it's coming. If I was a betting man, I'd say another month or so, because it's literally just in the last week gone in. As always, disclaimer, all this is subject to change. This is PTR, I'm not saying this is the gospel, and if you're watching this 3 months after this pack was released, it's probably all out of date. I found some hideously overpowered things with Kanai's Q. And a bit of a judder there, but this is PTR, so that's really what we're going to expect. As per usual, thanks for watching, and be your folks, take it easy. Laters.